What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's only been 6 months since we did a video. In the last video we did, we actually showed you the 240. We're back with the engine. Now, the reason why we haven't given you a video in 6 months, I blame my cameraman, Seth. Seth, why haven't we done more videos? No time. He's always taking pictures. I'm gonna link all of his socials in the description. This dude is becoming an amazing photographer, and now he's getting into videography. So we'll go on a journey with Seth. So thanks for recording, Seth. This is my man, Matt.
What's up?
Matt is into a bunch of different things. He actually does all my merch. So if you bought Plain Jane merch, if you're wearing Plain Jane merch, first of all, thank you. Second of all, this guy designed it and made it. So if you're still doing vinyl works?
Every now and then, yes.
Every now and then.
If I'm not busy doing this stuff.
So this is the K24. We're gonna link all of Matt's socials and all his stuff in the description too. But Matt is like a Honda specialist, and we've been friends for going on like 10 years now, which seems crazy.
Yeah.
But I knew he always worked on Hondas, and as we were trying to figure out what to do with the 240 on my own, I went through every iteration of swaps, even RB, all this stuff.
That's
He
too
said,
expensive.
I think I went and picked up like some shirts from you one time. He was like,
just go K.
just do a K. And I'm like,
It's worth it.
and I started thinking, I was like, okay. And I came back like a couple weeks later, I said, let's do it. So tell everybody, for the layman, tell them like a 4-year-old, why do a K swap? And what is a K?
Because
explain what a K
SRs
is.
too expensive.
The SR is too expensive.
Yeah, they're
It's true.
outrageous. K24 stock can have 500 horsepower, no problems.
500 horsepower, no problems.
Put
And I'm gonna
injectors,
make sure
put
we
it
get good audio.
turbo kit in 15 pounds, you'll be good.
Yes. So just to let you know, the car, the Japanese version of the car comes with something called an SR. It's a similar engine, really, right? Except for it's 2 liters of displacement from Nissan. This is 2.4 from Honda.
Yeah.
Honda also makes a similar engine as a 2-liter also, right?
Yeah, yes, but it doesn't rev. The K20 revs a little higher.
It does. And some people
9,
actually
10.
put...
This one, if you build it right, you'll build rev.
Okay.
10.
I've actually heard some people that say you put the K20 head
Yeah.
on the K24 bottom end or something like that.
Yeah, you could do that too. It's just K24 is easy to build.
Easy to build.
Yeah, instead of looking for a K20, K24, just get a K24 long block and build it up.
One of the things I will say that I noticed too is when I was looking at the SR, which is the Nissan engine,
Yeah.
they were like $6,000 just for the engine, right?
Long
so
block.
to get this swap, right?
Just
yeah,
a long block, yeah.
right? How much did we pay for this engine?
Like $750.
750
Out the door.
bucks. And that was like not even negotiating. I mean, they had like maybe 6 of them that we went through 3, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
We narrowed it down to 3, and we picked this one, which we thought was the cleanest and in the best shape. And as you can see, he already started working on it. So Matt, tell everybody what you've done so far. Because it was a complete engine. I mean,
when the
head was on, the accessories were on, alternator, all that stuff was on the engine.
When the head was on, I removed the cam so the valve stayed closed, put the valve cover back on, and glass beaded it, the whole motor. And then I went through and primed it. It'll be a flat aluminum color when it gets done, when this is finished.
Okay, cool. And it looks like there's some new parts on. One of the things we decided to do as a team is stay stock bottom end, at least for this iteration.
For 500 horsepower, stock bottom end is perfectly fine.
And I probably should have said that. So the goal for the drift car, I mean, there's drift cars that's making 1,000 horsepower now. Like, that's almost like the standard now. But there's still some stock cars out there, like a stock 350Z, a stock 370Z, maybe making 300 horsepower.
But this will...
We'll be making 500 on a stock bottom end. So we're saving 2,500, maybe $3,000 by staying stock bottom end, you think?
Yeah, because if you want to go like 750 horsepower, you can get CSS block fully built for like $2,800, $3,000, complete done.
Okay.
And it's ready for 750 horsepower, just go.
Well, Charles was trying to save that $3,000 because I spent enough money. But it looks like you already have some beautiful parts on it. I'm sorry, what were you going to say?
So 500 horsepower is perfectly fine.
Perfect. You got some pretty parts on here already. Show them this part, Seth, if you don't mind. That little upside down logo, Toge Factory. They should have sponsored me because their stuff is very expensive, but it's very nice.
Yep.
What do we have here, Matt?
K20 R6 oil pump with the Toge Factory oil pickup on this side. It used to be on this side for the R6 oil pan, I guess.
Yeah.
But now we're converting it to this side because the new oil pan we're putting on is for the 240 and it's a different shape. It's long on this side.
We'll show you guys that as we build it,
It's
too,
crazy
because
looking.
it's like sumped and baffled. So
Yes.
like you can, I mean, some of these, you guys, when I say stuff, it'll probably irritate some people, but there's a lot of people that watch my channel that doesn't know this stuff. So kind of want to be a little bit informative. What actually happens is they have a sump, so an area that holds the majority of the oil.
Yep.
The stock K24 is rear sumped. So like where you see the little bump in the oil pan is on the back.
Yep.
Well, with the Toge factory, because of the way it sits in the chassis, they have the sump on the front.
The steering rack will hit
Basically.
the sump on the other side.
Exactly.
So they just convert it and put the pickup on this side.
So we have this beautiful pickup on a TSX. Oh, we didn't say what engine this car comes in factory. What does it come in? So people are curious.
The Accord Type S
Right.
over in Japan.
And a TSX here is what it's called.
TSX here.
And specifically, you want to have that engine because why?
The cams are good and it's built perfectly done. They have Accord K24s, but they only have VTEC on one side, not both cams.
Okay.
So this one has VTEC on both cams, which is perfectly ready for power.
So that's really it for the bottom end. We want to talk about the top end, what we're doing to the head, because that's where a lot of the work is, right?
Yeah, we can turn it over. And
Let's spin it and see what we got. So you already put, these are head studs, right?
ARP L19 head studs.
ARP L19, explain what that means in English.
Less likely to stretch.
Okay, so this is going to give us more clamping force for our head.
Yes.
So when we're running boost through this
Yeah.
thing,
You can run the ARP head studs, but the L19 is just different metal and clamping power is a lot stronger.
Okay, so a must for the application that we're going to do running
Yes.
boost. Okay, and then for the head, we decided to completely build the head. So let's talk. We have a couple of the head parts here. One of the things we did, what I would call a complete super tech head,
Full
right?
super tight head, so I mean 97-pound springs.
So double springs. I don't know if you guys can see that, but 97 pounds, and then super tech intake and exhaust valves also.
4 turbo.
Right? 4 turbo application,
Yes.
essentially, right?
Yep.
Perfect. And then you wanted to go with a big crazy cam. What cam did we do?
We got the Preunto Stage 4 cams.
Stage 4 cam. Now, why would we go with a Preunto Stage 4 cam?
Stock K24, if you put those in and get tuned, you can get like a 40-50 horsepower increasement just on stock motor.
Just on the stock motor,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So we're running boost through it. We expect to get even a little bit better, right?
Yep. So you might make a little over 500 horsepower, probably 550.
Can't wait. Now, we hope we didn't like nerd out too much on you guys, but I did want to get a video out because Matt has done some really, really great work. You can kind of see that engine in the back over there. That still has the head on it. When I brought this to him, like I said, it was a complete engine. It still had the alternator, all the accessories, everything was on it complete. Yeah. He sent me a picture of it earlier this week, stripped down. He did a lot of work cleaning it. He got all the gasket material off the head, cleaned up. Let's get a close-up real quick, Seth, of like...
They do have overspray, but they're clean.
We'll burn that off pretty quickly, right? So if you look at, he got the pistons clean. It was pretty...
Yeah, I just taped up all the water ports and wire wheeled the pistons.
Though,
and they're,
right?
Yeah. It's just from seeing in Japan, all the water condensation, it just sat there.
It almost looked not rusty, but looked like
crusty.
Pretty crusty. So he's done an excellent job cleaning it up. I'm excited to see what we get out of this thing. I want to know how long it will take me to blow this up.
If you stay reasonable, like 500 horsepower, it should last a while.
Not gonna happen.
CSX block is next.
CSX block is next. That's another reason why we're building the head, because the head is forever. As long as we don't drop a valve or anything like that or damage it, the head will be able to go on to what we're probably going to wind up building.
And you can see what you're pushing. So when you're drifting and stuff, you can see how much power this one can completely stock handle.
That's right.
If it's 500 horsepower and then it blows up, you know, stay at 5. Don't go any higher.
Yep. And here's the reasoning personally why, just to make it make sense in everybody's head, I have to be transparent. Converting S14 to a K24 is extremely expensive.
Yeah.
It is extreme. It is shockingly. But the motor, like the heart of it, the air pump is really, really, really affordable.
Yes.
And we're talking about buying a few of them.
The converter parts are expensive.
But the conversion, so it's like 6 one, half a dozen the other, right?
Yeah.
You can get an SR20, you can kind of get it in the car pretty cheap, like into the car. but the engine is really, really expensive. So if you blow up a $7,000-$8,000 engine, you're spending another $7,000-$8,000. Here, if I blow up a $750 engine, guess what?
Go pick a new one up.
You just can pick a new one up and just slap it in, put the head on it, put the turbo on it, and you're running, pretty much.
That's right.
We're still waiting for some more parts. So we still have to get all the electronics in. We still have to get our rear. We still have to figure out some of like the radiator routing, like radiator hoses, and our intercooler. But we got a lot of work ahead of us, and I'm excited. I'm looking forward to what this dude can put together.
We didn't go over the drag cartel.
Oh, let's talk about the drag cartel stuff. No, you're right. Before we end the video, let's talk about that.
So this is the drag cartel pinned gear. Before it has a dimple on the back that goes into the crank, and that can shear off. But this one has the dimple on the back, and it has the keyway that goes through the pulse timing into the main gear.
Yeah, this
prevents it from breaking gears. It's not gonna spin.
So a lot of the BMW guys that still watch the channel, and I think a lot of people who watch my channel came from the BMW world. This is the crank hub on the S55, right? Yeah. Like you can shear off the pin on the S55 and basically bend valves, holes, and pistons. Yeah. This kind of has the same issue, and Drag Cartel makes a fix for it. Just like we have the 4-pin, or you had to do the drill and do the dial. That's basically what this is. To keep the crank from spinning.
This way, it's gonna,
and the rest of the motor
not gonna break.
Yeah.
That's right.
It stays timed up essentially.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot. I mean, I don't want to say a lot of work left to do, but there is some work left to do. We're gonna do new timing chain, new guides. Yeah. Pretty much all new everything on the motor. The only thing that's gonna be factory in stock are the rotating assembly, right?
Pretty much. Yeah. Block, pretty much all stock besides wheel pump and head studs.
So you do know one day you're gonna be building a billet block for me, right?
Yeah.
I'm an extremist. I get out of control. Right now I'm doing some other stuff, but I can already see where this car is gonna go and what we're gonna build. And I think we're gonna build some cars for you guys one day.
That'd be good. that'd be good.
Well, if you really like the K24 build, if this video gets 10 likes, we're actually gonna do another video where we'll show you guys the progress on it. So we'll probably try to break it down in like 4 videos of him doing it. And actually what we'll do, he actually has a channel.
Yeah, so all the build is being filmed as we go right now.
So we'll try to, if he can send me the footage, we'll actually put some of the footage that he did of actually the breakdown and the cleanup. Yeah. And we'll have more footage as we go along of this thing getting put together. We can't wait to see this thing too.
What people don't do YouTube is they put a part on, but they don't instructions on torque specs, what balls go where. I'll do that. I'll say torque specs on exactly how to do it.
Can't wait. Can't wait. We appreciate you guys for watching. Thanks, Matt. Thank you, Seth. Hopefully you'll make time to do videos for Plain Jane Cars. You know, we would love to do more videos for you guys. 10 likes, we'll do the next video. See you guys in the next video, man. Peace.